In this video, I'm going to convince you that society benefits from education through a first principles approach. First, we'll start by quickly reviewing our first principles, then I'll go over the analytical framework, and finally, I will apply the framework to the subject of education. I'm Pragmatic Penguin. Let's get to it. Throughout the Building Depth series, we developed first principles by which society exists. If you haven't seen the videos though, the quick recap is this. In the state of nature, life sucks for humans. Humans discovered that they can achieve more through cooperation rather than competition, which we describe as non-zero-sumness. This non-zero-sumness drives humans out of the state of nature and into societies. Since humans are rational or self-interested, they want to preserve, distribute, and increase non-zero-sumness while sacrificing the least amount possible in return. In order to do so, they establish the entity known as government, to create a semblance of order and apply these concepts fairly, since the natural forces of society are unwilling or unable to do so. These ideas are developed more thoroughly throughout the Building Depth series videos, which you can check out in the video description below. Now let's move on to the new stuff. Understanding the origins and role of government in society gives us the opportunity to look at policy areas and determine government-specific duties. Going back to our first principles, we need to define how the issue relates to non-zero-sumness. If it does not preserve, distribute, or grow non-zero-sumness, then government has no jurisdiction. If it does, then it might. The next step in our flowchart is to determine if the natural entities of society are capable and willing to deal with the issue. If not, then the issue is the government's burden. Once government owns the issue, it is obligated to act in all ways that preserve, distribute, or grow non-zero-sumness. Keep in mind that our distribution of non-zero-sumness is based on the concept of justice as fairness, and acts as a limiter of government action if it violates individual liberty or it promotes inequality that is not to the benefit of all. Now that we have our process, let's begin to apply it to education. Education is vitally important to society in that a well-educated population maximizes both the economic output of the society and the stability of it. Socrates feared for democracy because it empowers the ignorant as well as the educated, and the ignorant can be swayed by the sophists and fall prey to demagogues. A society that is inoculated to these threats is then a safer society. In this way, education helps us to preserve non-zero-sumness. Education has the effect of helping people to see beyond the present and into the future. It teaches them to plan and invest by sacrificing the temporary for the lasting. People are still naturally self-interested, but when they are educated, they are more likely to be intelligently so. This benefits all members of society as it reduces inequality by expanding the opportunities of those who have access to it. And it enhances the distribution of non-zero-sumness in a society since members are more capable of intelligently pursuing their own self-interest. Along the same line, an intelligently self-interested person is more likely to develop their skills and create innovative solutions to problems in many people's lives. This value added back into society, or this return on investment, is the growth of non-zero-sumness that education offers us. Additionally, higher levels of education across a society are strongly correlated to lower crime rates, with few exceptions. Lower crime means less law enforcement, fewer court fees, and reduced prison populations, which translates to less of a drag on non-zero-sumness on all three fronts. Remember, these functions aren't isolated. Growth of non-zero-sumness can help preserve it if distributed properly. In real terms, this looks like a stable society since the functions are more complementary. Wealthier nations with less income inequality tend to be more safe and more productive overall. These terms correlate to all of our first principles and thus are valid metrics by which to measure them. Since education meets all three of the objectives of society, it is undoubtedly something worth pursuing. Now the question is it government's job to pursue it? Today's lesson used our first principles to demonstrate the importance of education to society. Now that we have established its importance, we can evaluate the performance of societal forces to determine how we can achieve education. Will it be the market, the people, or the government who hold the ultimate responsibility? Stay tuned and find out. If you've made it to the end of this video, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and comment your thoughts down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss out on more content just like this.